Check mic 1 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. My name is Lucas Mukisa. My pronouns are he, they. I identify as a non-binary trans person. I think the first person I came out to was probably a friend, and that was in person, and that was very nice and relaxing. It wasn't just about gender, but it was also about sexuality as well. Figuring that out, coming out to myself, and then once I got to that stage of understanding, I then posted something on social media, basically telling everybody that, hey, call me Lucas now. And that was after I left my 5-year boarding school. And then once I finally was 18, I video called my parents. I saw that was the only way I could actually master the courage to tell them when I was a whole different continent. And yeah, I was telling them that I was trans, and my parents' first thing was like, before I even said anything, we know you're gay, relax. It's fine, we've accepted this. I was like, that's not it though. That's not it. You know, they've come a long way. And I think since then I've just been living away from my family for such a while that it feels like something I can just go back and grow from, and seeing how my parents have changed from then and now, it's nice. Right after coming out, the reason I'm speaking of when I came out to my parents, because the reason for that for me was not even that I could start living my life, because I mean, yes, it was that, but I was already living in a different country, and I was able to live as Lucas there without my parents' knowledge. After telling them now, I could then go on to do other things and not have to have this whole like double life kind of situation going. And it was a weight off my shoulder, because it felt like I could just, just relax and live. And with that, I could then start medically transitioning, which was very nice, because I couldn't just, go to my parents and be like, oh, I have a cold for a year or something, It just doesn't. It's very hard to believe. No, but yeah, it was a genuine just weight off my shoulder. When you were in the closet, you were like, how much longer? How much longer? But I was like, it was all the time I needed. It was, I look back and I'm like, it all happened when it needed to happen for me. When it made sense, just changing and growing. And I'm thankful for the time that it took for it to happen, and the courage that it took. I still look back to that person I was then for courage still. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, oh, what are you doing? It's like, back then you were, fighting with this, and like really standing up for yourself and doing that, and now you're just getting mad because somebody won't text you back. Shit, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, music has been a very good friend from a young age, one I could confide in. I started writing songs when I was like maybe 13, but before that I was doing a bit of poetry. In that time, I started performing as well, and I would do songs that would express my just how I felt at the time. But I would use a lot of metaphors and analogies, and you would have to really know me to know what I actually meant. But I was able to get it out and communicate that, and then with that I was also able to connect with people, which is nice. So music and art has really just been an outlet for the emotions that I couldn't put anywhere else. But at least that's what it was then, and now it's it's becoming more so work. But now it's empowering, because it's nice to see that, yes, because I'm a queer man, I'm a queer person, that doesn't mean that that's all my music has to be about. And I could have fun, I could talk shit, I can um, be a bit more serious and create a platform that is empowering or whatever. But that's the whole beauty in it, that I get to just be a whole person. I think music has really helped me see that I can be a whole person, separate myself from those feelings of anxiety and put them somewhere, and those feelings of dysphoria and put them somewhere, and then I'm able to really allow myself to express everything and be a whole person. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Yes. I guess when you ask that, I'm just trying to think of what I would tell myself when I was in the closet. That's damn. You know, you always hear people saying stuff like, you know, be patient or hold on. It's like, no, but I guess it would be, don't wait to live your life. Just because you're in the closet for, you know, the reasons that make sense, reasons that, you know, that are justified, and it's okay to be in the closet for the time that you until you're safe in that. But don't wait to live your life still, and find joy. And there's joy in different things in life. Different. Yeah. I think that's what I would say. Yeah. That loud?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Loud, quiet, anything. I can pull it up.
All right.